Hello, and thanks for staying up late with us tonight. I'm Faith Woodard, filling in for Book Buckner. I'm joined by meteorologist Simone Thomas. And Simone, we've had a very nice start to the weekend, some sunny skies and temperatures in the 70s and 80s, so no complaints from me. I'm pretty happy.
I hope no complaints from anybody, especially after last weekend.
Yeah.
This was kind of the redo.
It was a little soggy last week.
It was. So we got another day of that. We are going to, however, overnight see a slight chance of some showers that'll carry into tomorrow morning, but by tomorrow afternoon, definitely looking to see more of that sunshine. So right now we're tracking clear skies, but you see through the evening, those clouds are increasing. There will be that slight chance or isolated chance of a shower. As we close in on midday tomorrow, we start to shake some of those clouds. Throughout the day tomorrow, we'll continue to shake those clouds. Temperatures looking to be pretty similar to what we saw today, lower to middle 80s, definitely more sunnier in the afternoon as we close in on sunset tomorrow. And tomorrow also kicks off meteorological summer. So as we close out this month of May and we head into June, we're now moving into climatologically the hottest months of the year here in Central Arkansas. We'll talk more in depth about how the first couple of days of meteorological summer is shaping up in your 11-day outlook.
All right, Simone, thank you. Tonight, the reward for information leading to the whereabouts of escaped Arkansas inmate Grant Hardin sits at $25,000. This more than doubled the original price of $10,000 from federal investigators. It's been almost 1 week since he walked out of the North Central unit near Calico Rock. And since then, authorities have looked into several tips. However, none have led to a significant development. The FBI is offering $20,000 for his arrest, and the U.S. Marshals are offering $5,000, a major sign that they are looking to find him as soon as they can.
That speaks to how much of a threat they view this and how dangerous. We've said from day one, you look at the charges that Mr. Hardin had and everything. This is an individual that they do not want out on the loose.
Investigators say they remain focused on searching in north central Arkansas and will not rest until he's found. They also hope more clear weather can help them in their search. Well, this phony uniform is one reason they say Hardin is so dangerous, along with his background as a law enforcement officer. And this is from his interrogation with police in 2017. Here, Hardin was asked about his time as a police chief and first questioned for the murder of James Appleton in 2017.
We can do this all night. I mean, it doesn't bother me. You're going to continue to be a suspect until I find out otherwise.
Okay. I have the right to remain silent.
That's true, you do.
I'm not saying I don't want to tell you anything or help you guys or anything. I'm just saying you told me I had the right to remain silent.
That's true, I did.
Can I get a lawyer? I don't feel like I need to.
It's up to you.
But obviously something's going on and I need one.
Remember, he is very dangerous, so only call police if you see him and do not try and approach him. Meanwhile, over in Conway, police are still looking for these two men, 21-year-old Kedrick Johnson and 18-year-old Kamari Johnson. They're wanted in last month's deadly park shooting where 2 died and several others were injured. 2 are already in custody, but now police are releasing more on the ones still on the run. They believe the pair may have made their way to Pine Bluff. Pastor Jesse Turner says he's very passionate about the community and wants to send a message as the city just recently celebrated 500 days of no youth homicides.
I hope they would come forward and say, look, we did something bad. We're going to take our punishment, whatever it may be. But to run and flee after you've done something as heinous as kill someone says that's kind of a coward. You stand up and face the music now.
If you know where they may be, you're asked to call the department, and remember, you will remain anonymous. This week, Elon Musk said goodbye to his role as a special advisor to the Department of Government Efficiency. This comes as the president shares a pair of major announcements involving the steel industry. CBS News' Christian Benavidez has more.
Thank you, Elon.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Elon Musk may be leaving the White House, but the bromance between the president and the billionaire will remain. Trump left the door open for his senior advisor to continue to play a role in politics at an Oval Office send-off on Friday.
Many of the Doge people, Elon, are staying behind too, so they're not leaving. And Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think. I have a feeling.
Musk initially predicted Doge could cut $2 trillion from the federal budget, yet the agency fell far short.
In terms of an FY25 to FY26 delta, are over 160 billion, and that's climbing. We expect that number will probably go over 200 billion soon.
Musk's exit comes after he criticized Trump's policies. In an interview airing this weekend on CBS's Sunday Morning, he says he was disappointed in the president's spending bill that economists say could increase the deficit.
You know, it's not like I agree with everything the administration does. So it's like I agree with much of what the administration does, but we have differences of opinion.
Also on Friday, the president announced a deal allowing Japan's Nippon Steel to buy U.S. steel, a move, he says, that could save tens of thousands of jobs nationwide.
We're here today to celebrate a blockbuster agreement that will ensure this storied American company stays an American company.
The president also announced plans to double tariffs on imported steel, in a move he says that is intended to secure the U.S. steel industry. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
The start of summer can mean several things, but one we may not usually think of is that it's a very active season for bears. And one Little Rock couple found that out this week. THV 11's Carter Thweet spoke with them today and has more. Carter?
Faith, I want you to take a look at this video here behind me. It shows a bear exploring the trees and the grass. The only problem is this is someone's backyard. Here's the full story, plus what Game and Fish says you should do if this happens to you. David and Kaylin Swingle's West Little Rock home sits right up against some wooded area, meaning they're pretty used to active wildlife.
Possums, we've had squirrels,
Raccoons,
flying squirrels,
snakes.
But even by their standards, what happened Friday was shocking. A bear coming through their backyard fence, much to the surprise of David, who went outside to check on a missing bird feeder.
The bear saw me, I saw the bear. We both weren't that interested in each other. So he went that way, I went this way. And basically...
And he ran inside to wake me up and tell me there was a bear outside.
Yes.
The couple's security cameras capturing the moment where, after about an hour, the bear finally left, just hopping up on the fence and climbing away. And the Swingles will be able to remember the interaction by more than just that footage. They showed me a bird feeder that the bear completely destroyed, and he didn't stop there.
Our neighbor that's down at the bottom of the hill, she posted a couple of hours later, like multiple hours later, that it was eating her bird feed.
Trey Reed with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission says he wasn't particularly shocked when he heard about it. He says this is a time of year when mama bears tend to send their young ones off on their own, which can lead to some unusual situations.
It's usually a juvenile male, and they're trying to establish a new home range, and just sometimes, they don't have a GPS to follow or a map, and so they end up sometimes some places they shouldn't be.
Reed says if something like this happens to you, it's no cause for concern. Simply warn your neighbors, take down any bird feeders or pet food you may have outside, and remember, just leave the bear alone.
Don't approach the bear. Most of the times when a bear sees a human, they're going to hightail it the other way.
I think it was as scared of us as we were of it.
And if you're wondering what happened to this bear after he left the Swingles neighbor's house, I'm told this story might not be over. He actually came back today to the house across the street before going back into the woods. We'll see if he ends up staying there. Faith?
All right, Carter, thank you. If you're wondering exactly where that video was taken, it's in the Woodlands Edge neighborhood just south of Canis Road in West Little Rock. Now from bears to dinosaurs, as this weekend Jurassic Quest is taking over Conway with life-size versions of the prehistoric creatures. They've got everything from the massive, I worked on this, massive Giganotosaurus down to adorable baby dinos like Tyson the T-Rex. Kids can also become certified trainers, dig for fossils, and even take a ride on some of the dinosaurs. But you better hurry, these dinosaurs migrate away Sunday. The exhibit is open one more day, and that's tomorrow from 9 to 5. It's $30 for general admission and $45 for the ultimate pass. Now, unfortunately, you can't take home any of the dinosaurs, but you can take home a new pet from the Little Rock Animal Village this weekend. The Little Rock Animal Village says it's too full and it needs your help to save some animals. That's why this weekend they're offering free pet adoptions. The shelter tells us they've taken in nearly 500 animals in the month of May alone, which is way above average. Betsy Robb joined us on Wake Up Central yesterday morning, explaining the need is urgent.
It's a national trend. It's not just the Little Rock Animal Village, but we've really been feeling it the last couple of months. It's gotten worse, and there's just more coming in every single day than are being adopted out. I mean, that is generally always the case at the Animal Village, unfortunately, right. But the last couple of months, it's been even more so.
Pets will come with all of their shots and a microchip, but you'll have to hurry. This too only runs through tomorrow.
Well, as we get into the month of June, we're starting to run that streak of low or latest 90-degree days the first time we see it. Now, the last time we saw a late 90-degree day for the first time was in 2020. We saw it on June 5th. Whether or not we're going to get that far down the month is to be determined. More details on how soon you might be able to get close to 90 is coming up in your 11-day outlook.
Well, the warm weather is good for kids who are now entering summer break. After the break, we'll show you how folks in Little Rock are helping out kids of all ages find everything from a job to a lesson on riding a bike.